I'm training for the Bruce Trail. I'm gonna run it unsupported end of August. It's 900 kilometers long. I figured I might as well start filming all my training leading up to it. I've been logging in about 140 kilometers a week, and it's only gonna ramp up from there. Today we're running 20 kilometers. We're here in Summerstown Trails. I just did 10 kilometers. Now I picked up Franny, and she's gonna run the last 10 with me. But yeah, so unsupported, what that means, I basically have to bring all my own nutrition. I have to find water from natural resources, so I have to filter out water along the way. I can't get any help, I can't see anyone. And yeah, that's what I'm training for. Bruce Trail, end of August. 20 kilometers complete. Franny did 10, she killed it. Yeah, it's Monday. Tomorrow, Tuesdays and Thursdays are big training days for me. But this weekend I'm actually gonna head out to the Bruce Trail for the first time and scope it out, scope out the first parts of the trail anyways. Try to do anywhere between 50 and 75K both Saturday and Sunday. So yeah, got a big one, big weekend. You guys have been following along. Last year I started New Normal. We started New Normal, and we posted, you know, got t-shirts out there. But as of January 1st, I got out of HVAC. I ran an HVAC company for about 5 years, and got out of that and got into personal training, fitness coaching. Franny's been doing the nutrition coaching for the last couple of years, but I finally jumped ship and yeah, got into the fitness world. But I want to show you the new van and the new setup. Check this out. Boom. New Normal, fitness, nutrition, accountability. How cool is that? Stop thinking, start doing. So proud. Okay, so I just got the call from Coach Ray Zahab. And yeah, he told me he wants me to taper for this week, so I'm gonna be jumping off schedule here a little bit, but that's okay. I'll be running 150K this weekend. So anyways, I did want to show you my gear room slash electric drum room. So I'll show you. This is my electric drum kit. I used to play a lot of drums, and still do. I play every day, but I'm not doing the band thing anymore. I used to tour and did all that kind of crazy stuff, and that was my dream for a very long time. But you know, things change, and just enjoying the adventure side of life now. You know, just going out and just enjoying the outdoors. So around here I got some that was my old drum head with my first cover band, and Alex, that's a buddy, my best friend that passed away. He passed away when he was about 21. Super sad. This drum head here, I recorded the whole 6 Cents album with. Big story about that, but it was pretty fun. Maybe we talk about that another day. But I recorded 9 songs in a day there, so I was super proud of that album, and I kept the drum head for that. Actually, that's my buddy Alex right there. That was a prom in grade 8. My 6 Cents album, so we did one full album, but we split it up into 2 EPs. Well, yeah, 2 half albums. The Keychain Days. Then yeah, over here are some of the races that I did. So this is where it all started, actually. David Goggins 4x4x48. I think for a lot of people that's kind of where, I mean, anyone that does ultra marathons, a lot of people, they say they got started from David Goggins. So, you know, people say what they want to say about him. He got me inspired to do this and to get into this adventure side of my life. And So I always praise him for it, and I look up to him for that. So, anyways, 4x4x48. So what that means is 4 miles every 4 hours for 48 hours. It was on a weekend. It was raining. It was cold, and I remember I was experimenting with electrolytes. I was all new to it. This is where I all started this whole thing. But anyways, I didn't know what I was doing, and I was taking electrolytes every run. Long story short, I took too much electrolytes, and I ended up getting super, super sick halfway through this whole weekend, and ended up getting sick, like puking and stuff. And from what I was told after this whole weekend, I was supposed to take in more electrolytes, but I didn't. And so I ran the rest of the weekend depleted. So anyways, learned a lot of things there. This is my gas bay. This is my first ever 100-mile race. Yeah, you guys saw videos probably about that. That was insane. Quebec Mega Trail. That was my first 80-kilometer race. That was back in 2022. That was my first ever marathon back in 2022 as well. Ran a 3:18. My first 100-kilometer race. And then this is my last 100-mile race I just did, which I did super well on. I came 16th out of 116 runners. Yeah, that was a messy day too, man. My 200-mile races last year, they did not come easy. But got them done. I didn't quit. And yeah, it was good. So anyways, my gear. So I got my book bags. I just set this up not long ago. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty new at this, so it's not like a huge gear room yet. That's about it. So I was coming in here to get set up for today and get my run in, but yeah, just like I said, I got the call from coach there, and he told me to taper this week, so it's gonna be hard to do that. I'm not too good at tapering, but gotta get her done. Since this week is like gonna be pretty relaxed on the training, since I'm tapering for this weekend, I figured I might as well just kind of share with you what last week's training was like. So on Monday the 8th, we did a 20-kilometer trail run in Somerstown. Tuesday it was hill sprints that day. So we did 17 kilometers total on the hills, and then a 3-kilometer warm up. And then did a second workout in the afternoon. It was 15 kilometers. On Wednesday, we did I did 14K. I'm supposed to be doing 15, but I did 14K in the Somerstown trails again. On Thursday, I got a key to some private property. I'm not allowed to say where, but we did some hills over there too. Again, 17K total, 3-kilometer warm up. So this time though, instead of going 100% uphill, we took it easy on the uphill, and then we bombed it on the downhill. And then in the afternoon, I did another 15-kilometer run. So the easy runs, I've been doing strict nose breathing, so just keep my mouth closed the whole time. And I've noticed that my heart rate has completely dropped. So it's helping me control my heart rate. Because whenever you go out for long distance runs, you really got to get control of the heart rate. If you're running with a super high heart rate, you're going to need to take in more calories. And it's just, you can't sustain that for an entire day. Friday is an off day for me. I didn't run that day, so I went to the gym, hit the weights pretty hard, did some sleds, did some upper body. I've been pushing 225 and a bit more. I think I reached up to 245, 250 on the bench press, which I'm super proud about. Finally hitting some big numbers with that. It took me a lot of years, but finally got there. And the fun one that I thought was funny was on Saturday. I had to go 5 hours. I was supposed to go to the Adirondacks, and I just didn't have the time because we were coaching clients, and I had to get a 5-hour training day. So I went out to that private property, and I ran a 200-meter loop for 5 hours straight. But get this, it was because the private property where I was at, there's a lot of elevation. So it was 100 meters up and 100 meters down. And I got 2,096 meters of elevation gain in Cornwall, which is like, unheard of. Everyone was asking me, where did you get all that elevation? But I couldn't say. That's 6,500 feet of climbing. So that was a big one. And then Sunday was another little bit of a, hard on the mental side of it. But I did 15K on the treadmill. I know a lot of people run on treadmills. I'm not a treadmill guy. So to run on on a treadmill for an hour and a half. It's I was looking at my watch quite a bit. I'm like trying to count down the kilometers. 140 kilometers that week. I just figured I'd share that. It was kind of definitely an entertaining week. Again, this is the start of my training block. I have like a 4-month training block right now, and that was only my second week. This is my third week right now, and I was already supposed to be jumping up the kilometers. I probably would have been running 100-mile a week. But yeah, like I said, it's things changed whenever we decided to go to the Bruce Trail. I think it's really important. My plan is to run basically the whole Bruce Trail. If I could do 12 75-kilometer segments, I'll be able to get the whole thing done. It's 900 kilometers long. So that's my goal. I'm going to do 2 days, Saturday and Sunday this weekend. And Ray wants me to test out all kinds of foods and see what works for me and what doesn't. I'm going to be taking notes out there. I'm going to be seeing where I could find water. Because like I said, I have to pick up water from natural resources. Like, this is totally new to me. It's going to be really entertaining. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be really challenging. Because, at these 100-mile races that I'm used to doing, it's like you got 8 stations every 20 kilometers. They refuel you. They have all the water in the world. Like, there's no shortage on anything. So this is going to be really a true test to see, what I can endure. Looking forward to it, though. It's Wednesday today, the 17th. I was going to document my training week, but hasn't been too much training since I'm tapering. So not the best week to start, but this weekend will be, like I said, I'm going to the Bruce Trail. So that'll be a separate video. But today I didn't do too much. I had coached my clients from 5 a.m. till 8 a.m. I have a good chunk of the day off, so I got my taxes done, and I printed off one of my favorite photos that I want to show you. Take a look at this. So that was in the Atacama Desert, taken by Howie Stern, probably one of my favorite photographers right now. He's one of the best in the world for ultra running. That's what he's known for. Here's some photos from Atacama from Howie Stern. The Atacama Desert in Chile was an amazing experience. I got along really well with Ray Zahab, and that was the whole reason why I went down there. And now he's coaching me and helping me out to do this Bruce Trail. I have a feeling we're going to have a long-lasting relationship, him and I. Super good dude. Yeah, last year was just incredible, man. My goal last year was to run an ultra marathon every month, and I did that. And I did a charity run for Champs Eastside Boxing. I ran 2 100-mile races. Did really well on both of them. So this year, my goal is just to do something different, and that's why I want to do the Bruce Trail. The reason why I'm doing the Bruce Trail is I was in Atacama Desert, and it was day 2, and I remember I just hearing Ray's stories one after another. He was just so cool, did so many cool things, and I'm just like, man, Ray, I just want to leave a legacy like you, like straight up. And he looked at me, and I could tell he saw that I was hungry. Like, he saw that I had energy and I was capable of doing some big things. So he pulled me aside. I remember it was one of the coolest nights ever. We actually went and saw one of the biggest sand dunes in the world, and we were climbing up together. And he's like, Cody, he's like, if I was to coach you, he's like, I'd be telling you to step away from the races and get into like FKTs, fastest known times. And he told me to check out the Bruce Trail, and that was the first one he told me about. And he told me it was 900 kilometers, and it just stuck with me the whole trip. I'm like, I'm gonna do this Bruce Trail, and that's why. Like, he told me like 4 others after that, but I didn't really care. I had Bruce Trail in this top of my head. It's different doing these expedition style of runs, like, having to be self-sufficient. You can't get any help from anyone. Like I said, races, you have help along the way. You have aid stations. It's just different, and at the end of the day, like, I thought about it when Ray told me that. I'm like, man, I'm not going to be the fastest runner in the world. Like, I know that there's a lot of fast people out there, but I got a lot of drive, I got a lot of heart, and I won't give up. Like, it's just something that's not in me. I just won't stop. So I think these style of runs, expeditions, being self-sufficient, I think this is going to be for me. I know it's going to be for me. So I'm really looking forward to this. So obviously this video is not what I expected. Like I said, this is supposed to be a training vlog. However, it's all good. There's going to be a lot of cool and interesting things coming down the pipeline real soon. Like I said, the Bruce Trail, there'll be a separate video for this weekend. But yeah, just wanted to kind of just start doing these videos, man. Just start showing you my everyday life, I guess. It's gonna be pretty. I feel like it's gonna be a wild ride. What Fran and I started, New Normal. We're just getting a lot of good feedback from it all, and I gave myself a full year to get out of HVAC and to get into the fitness industry. And by January 1st, first day of the year, I was already out of HVAC. So really cool. Very, very fun times. Like, there's so much energy in our little household. We're just having the best time ever. So thanks for following, guys. I really appreciate all of you, all the good feedback, everything. And wish me luck this weekend. Like I said, I'll document it all and follow along. Thanks.